what is it today?
It's a date?
Yeah, it's July 10th, round 5, NYOA, which is the New York State Championship, and we can't find a parking spot. I'm a little sore today. I have some bruised ribs and a hurt ego. I crashed a jet ski last night and flung my wife and I into the water. I mean, it's pretty hard to crash a jet ski, but I figured it out.
Brian! There we go. Got it.
Cody's up there. I'm all the way up there.
Earlier, he said, would you spend the rest of your life with me?
Led right into it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thanks,
buddy.
man. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Gunz, he has a real name. No one can pronounce it. You want to say your last name?
Honaki.
I can't even
pronounce it.
That's not it. Honaki. We all say Hajanaki. You've had 4 consistent races so far. Potter's gotten 2 wins and 1 DNF, so he hasn't been as consistent. Congrats on the season so far, man.
Thanks.
Overall, I wanted to ask what you think of the series, what should change, what should stay the same because it works. What's your opinion there?
I think it's a great group of people racing. You got me into racing. Did that last year.
We're going streaking! Woo! Guys, we're going streaking! There's just some things you can't unsee. I'll never get that out of my head. The series, what do you like about it? What do you think should change?
I like that our class is smaller. 4x4 class is smaller. You get to know everybody in the group. There probably should be some changes, maybe an A-B class. It's kind of apparent that there's a skill difference within our class.
You're better than us, leading points.
Today I might
That's
not
the skill difference he's talking about. But if you didn't watch last week's vlog, well, the last race vlog 3 weeks ago, we talked with Mike Barone about how the class consists of different ages, different abilities, sometimes even different sexes. So we need to get some type of class structure going where you think it should be at least 2 different classes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Other than that, with the series itself, the racetracks, you like everything?
Yeah, all the tracks are good length.
Starts, you understand that?
Yeah, and this is my first year racing, so I'm still learning everything, and finding out the key is to be consistent and have fun.
Oh, no doubt we're going to see you up on the stage at the end of the year getting an award for the championship. We don't know if it'll be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. We don't know, but he's in the points lead for now, so I've got some work to do. Let's go racing. Camera's that way, Keith. You should know this. We're catching up after the race with legendary YouTuber Keith Fidura. What'd you think of your first NYOA race?
Dude, that was the hardest track I've ever raced on in my life. I had nothing.
Do you enjoy eating dirt?
Yeah.
It was like racing on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More dusty than other states you race in.
So that was, well, first of all, like some of you guys, the way you were handling the whoops and stuff out there was like wizardry. I mean,
That's
like
guessing. That's not. That's just guessing where the ground is.
So when I see Can-Ams do that searching thing, you know, like where it's
the
ass end swapping.
Yeah. So it had like a little bit of everything that sucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Nothing that was good.
It had no field sections, dust, whoops,
dust
off
in the
camber.
woods.
It was relatively tight, and those fucking downhills with the kickers in them. That was a nice.
We all take it real easy because if you, Josh, what happens when you go too fast downhill on the kickers?
You do front flip.
You do a front flip and break your arm. Season's over.
You know, you have GNCC, and then you have like the 3 major series, which are besides Best of the West, which is FTR, IXCR, and NYOA. And NYOA, without a doubt, when it comes to 4x4s, has the most talent out of it, by far.
Just speak up for the camera a little bit.
By far.
The most talented riders, he said. We're a fast group of guys because look at the terrain we have to ride.
All the tracks are like
Yeah,
this.
all the tracks are like this. It makes you a fast rider
is.
if you're dodging trees, tight trees a lot.
I'm going to try to race as much of the series as I can. I'll come back up.
Nice. They won't all be this bad.
Yeah.
I hope not. I mean,
the next one, Ditch Banger, that one's a blast. Our
one's
fellow
a great
4x4 racer is the promoter for that event. He spends a lot of time making the track smooth and fast.
there's some series that could learn a lot from IXCR, FTR, and NYOA.
Sure.
You know, and I had a great time. I pussied out. I'll be honest with you.
The tracks here are pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal.
When there's dust in the woods and you don't get a break from the dust.
Dude, plus the kid on the scrambler, there's a cliff he came down on.
We heard Mike Barone said he was running up front and this guy comes out of the woods out of nowhere. And if there was only one Polaris in it, you'll see him in my camera, probably in 10th place. I came up on turn 2 or 3 and he stopped in the middle of the field in all the dust. So I go around him and I catch up to the group. And apparently from that point until Mike Barone has him on his camera, we've got this guy cutting course. So I'm going to watch both cameras and see what happened to this Polaris because we only had one Polaris in the class.
What's his name, Josh?
Jesse.
We're not going to mention Jesse's name on camera, but Jesse clearly did something you shouldn't do because he was magically appearing on course.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, cameras don't lie. That's why I run a GoPro.
Allegedly.
I run a GoPro.
Well, I have a GoPro too, so I ran mine. I don't know if I even got anything.
I ran my GoPro into a tree.
I got footage of that, and I'll put a link to Keith's channel in the description below. But thanks for coming out, man. That was fun racing with you.
This was, I mean, look at how beautiful this is. Did you get a shot of all this shit?
My cameraman did his job.
That's a truck. There's the view.
You're hard on your kids.
Well, you know, we had taco. We had to downsize to a burrito.
The
more interest we have in the sport, the more sponsors, promoters, vendors are going to want to be involved. Yeah. And then we're not out here risking our life for a foam board. Maybe the top 3 in each class are getting a little take-home money. And that's my main goal. It's a very expensive hobby. It's a very expensive sport. We put a lot on the line with our health and our fitness just to get a foam board. It's not fair. You go race a dirt bike and do the same thing and take home some money at the end of the day. We're deserving of the same. So the more interest we get in the videos, the more interest we get at the track, and sponsors will get involved, and maybe we'll actually get paid for podiums in every class.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
This makes the outtakes cutting floor.
You're good anyway. You can cut it.
Well, anyway, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And we already did that part, Keith. Right. I'll put it in.
Are we done?
I'm not
you're done.
I keep track of this shit.
What?
I'm an actual video producer, so I play it in my head. As we're filming this, I'm like, I'm going to put this in front of the goodbye I already filmed, that you filmed for me down by my truck. Oh, Josh.
Make sure you get the whining in there.
Oh, my pussy. So much dust, it itches.
Ow.
I freaking hate these. Am I dusty?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a very dusty race. I've got my teammate Josh holding the camera. Thanks, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, he did
Sweetheart.
The last clip, and I'll put it up right now. Holy shit. That's Josh hitting a tree in a complete blackout of dust. So it was a very difficult day today. We just couldn't see anything. Got a horrible start. Apparently there's a switch on your left hand of the Can-Am that you got to have the red switch all the way over before you hit the green button. And like a rookie, I didn't do that. So I started, in almost dead last. My crew's nodding, yeah. So I had to fight. Here goes Codios. You want to film him? Loser! This one was very dusty and very bumpy and very tight, technical. I enjoyed it, but we got to do something because there's too many quads on one loop. And we've got a lot of guys out there who aren't moving over for faster riders. So it's something the series has to look into. I've talked to a couple of my fellow 4x4 racers about it. And it's getting frustrating out there, especially days like today where you don't have a lot of passing opportunities. There's a ton of dust and the other classes don't want to move over. So we're hoping next year changes. My crew is telling me to tell you, like and subscribe. Tony, why am I still holding this up? That's the replacement for taco.
It's burrito.
Yeah, it's burrito. We got a little burrito. Little burrito here with us. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot that you watch these videos. I look forward to going to the races and seeing everybody that does tune in and watch. It means a lot to me. We're trying to grow the sport. We're trying to bring in more sponsorship. So here's a crazy idea. Maybe the people who finish on the podium will get paid instead of paying to go to a race. It's just a crazy idea I have. But you got to bring in sponsors. In order to do that, you got to get exposure. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. We'll see you at the next race.
Like and subscribe.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Thank you. It wasn't recording.
Yes, it was.